Hey, thank you for joining me here at Chittarupa Yoga. I appreciate you so much subscribing to my channel and helping me out in any way that you can. Today we're going to do some low impact, high intensity interval training. And we're going to do it on a slightly different timing than you may be used to. We're going to do a cardio move for 30 seconds at a steady pace, 15 seconds a little faster, 15 seconds all out. Then we're going to take a 15-second rest and do some muscle work for 45 seconds. Then we're going to repeat those two moves again for 30, 15, 15, rest, 45 seconds, finish it off. We're going to get our whole body worked out in just a few minutes. We're going to get the equivalent of an hour of regular aerobics. If you have dumbbells that you want to use for the muscle portion, go ahead and get those handy. Have your bottle of water nearby, a nice safe space, and we'll start with a warm-up. So this is going to include a warm-up, the intervals, a little cool down and some stretching. And of course there's other videos that have deeper stretches and things like that if you want to watch those. All right, let's start with a couple of deep breaths. And then we'll take it to some heel taps. So swinging our arms opposite, and these are going to be low impact moves, so the more you move your arms, the more the heart rate's going to get up for them. Good to see if we can get some arm working out today. Four, three, two, let's tap our toes in the back. Add a little chest press like we're doing some push-ups. Getting our upper body warmed up. Getting used to moving our upper body. Because again, when we do low impact movements, the more we move our arms, the higher the heart rate will go. So that's how we make up the cardio aspect. Let's march. If you've got your favorite music, pop it on for inspiration. Let's go wide. We're going to start with a few squats. Push the hips back and bring it up. We're probably going to do squats again later. You know they're coming. 4 more. We'll just do a few to warm up. Getting these nice leg muscles going. 1 more. And let's march wide. And I'll tell you what, let's bring it in. We'll take it to pelvic tilts. So that way we warm up our core forward and back. Make sure to be squeezing in through the navel though. Try not to use your glutes this time. Glutes are for squats, not for this. And let's step out wide. So now we're going to warm up our spine side to side with a little tap. We're reaching up. And then we're going to finish up with a little twisty action. And I do have some warm-up videos that you can watch as well if you want more of a warm-up than this. And everyone's body is different. Let's march in place. Do those 2 big breaths again. See if we've started breathing through our mouth yet. And started breaking a little bit of a sweat. So we're going to go ahead and go into our intervals. And like I said, we're going to do that alternate timing than you used to. So keep marching, keeping that heart rate up. Arms are moving. And we're actually going to start with some heel taps. So we're going to do slow heel taps for 30 seconds. Then we're going to speed it up. And then we're going to take it to a squat with some bicep curls. So if you've got dumbbells nearby, squat and curl. All right. So let's march. We'll start in 10 seconds with our heel taps. So let's make sure that we're drawing our chest up, keeping our spine stacked. Steady pace. Here we go. Now this can also serve as somewhat of a warm-up, these first few intervals. We can also take this to a kick. Hardwood floors make a lot of noise. All right, 15 more seconds at a steady pace. And then we're going to pick it up a little bit. So find a medium pace to kick up to right here. It can mean adding a little hop if you're up to that. Bigger swing of the arms. Then we're going to kick it up that fastest notch. Here we go. Find what works for you. Starting to breathe through the mouth. All right, so now we're going to rest. We want to keep our feet moving some way. You can march. I'm doing a step touch. Go ahead and grab the dumbbells if you want to use them. And I'll show you some ways that you might not need them. So let's go ahead and step out wide. Get ready for our squat. Palms up. And we're going to go back. So we've got the dumbbells. We want to do a full up and down movement. Make sure with the squat that we're pushing the hips back first, squeezing the glutes. You can also alternate the hands. And if you don't have dumbbells, maybe squeeze the hands together and do some fast movement here. So we've still got 25 seconds left. Squeeze through the glutes, move the hands. So no, and this also is getting the heart rate up too. So a little cardio with our muscle here. I think I'll go back to the, here we go. I'll go back to a full move. So go ahead, getting ready. We're gonna set the dumbbells down in 4, 3, 2. All right, set the dumbbells down. We're gonna go back to that slow cardio. Try to breathe. Whew, that one did get me up. All right, so a steady pace right now. So get ready to kick it up to something medium. Almost. Here we go. And that could mean just mean a bigger swing of the arms. You don't even have to move the feet any faster. Do need to breathe though. All right, get ready to kick it up to your fastest. Here we go. Maybe just a little faster. Almost there. We'll take our break in 4. Almost there. Ooh, that's a long 4 seconds. Then we're going to go back. We'll do palms down this time. So all full range of motion or really fast if you don't have the dumbbells. Let's go ahead and start to find our squat stance. Shoulders back and down. Here we go. All the way up and down. If you've got the dumbbells, palms down is going to get into our forearms. Working them a bit. And again, if you don't have dumbbells, take it to something faster. Moving the hands like this is also going to get cardio up. All right, halfway there. And then we'll take a bigger rest, get some water, but we want to keep our feet moving. We don't ever want to just stop cold because that could lead us to faint. Don't want to faint. 10 more seconds. And again, walk around. Keep moving the feet somehow. And breathing, rest. It also helps to get some water. Also staying aware of how we're feeling. If at any point we do feel like we're overdoing it, we need to take a rest. All right, ready for our next set of movements. We're going to take it to heels back. So steady pace, maybe lower arms, then pick it up a notch, bigger arms. Even if you don't move the feet any faster, getting the arms is going to get you higher. So heels back for that, and then we're going to take it to our pelvic tilts. We may add some other movements to that throughout that 45 seconds, just to kind of mix things up. Taking it to the side and things like that. So 45 seconds of some core work. Get ready, heels back, keep it low, go. So something a little low right now, or slow. Several ways to increase the intensity, increasing the speed, increasing the arms. So just a few more seconds at this steady pace. Slowish pace. Get ready to kick it up, whatever way you're going to kick it up. Here we go. So the heart rate's going to get up, even though the feet aren't moving any faster yet. The arms are. Get ready. Kick it up that final notch. For now, I am going to increase the speed. We'll take our rest in 10 seconds. So remember, let's keep our feet moving during those 15 seconds and rest. Good time to get some water as well if you're feeling it. I try to wait until the end of each set, but sometimes I need it sooner. So let's go ahead and start to bring our feet hip distance, soft bend in the knees. So tilting the hips forward and back. So remember, we want to try to keep the glutes out of this, bring it all into the belly. If we're working it all here, that's going to take the pressure out of the lower back. So just feel like you're getting punched in the gut over and over. Let's start to take this over to one side a little more. So hip and rib off to the side. All right. Let's bring it back to the center for a moment, and then the other side, so that we're evened on this. We're going to mix it up a little bit the next set. Almost there. Then we'll take it back to the heels back. And here we go. So keep it low or slow to start with, 30 seconds. You can do it. I do have one more set planned for after this. Make sure if you duck out early, you do a cool down like we're going to do, or skip to that part. All right, get ready to kick it up a notch, whatever way you're going to do that. Go. Lots of options. Get ready, kick it up another notch. Here we go. Last set of these. And rest. Again, keeping our feet moving somehow. So for our pelvic tilts this time, we're going to start with wide legs. Then we're going to bring it in for 15 seconds and then out again. So let's take the feet a little wider than hip distance. Soft bend in the knees. Here we go. Now the glutes are going to get involved this time, but really focus on the belly for this one. Belly. Over and over like you're getting punched. Now let's go ahead and bring our feet next to each other. So now we're going to feel the inner thigh action kind of drawing in and up into that core. And you might, if you really want to work the core, stay at this one. Then we're going to take it really wide. And again, really try to focus up into the belly, not so much in the glutes. Really focus up top. 3 more seconds. And then we will walk around or something to keep moving. Again, this is when I like to get water, but keep moving. We're going to want one more set. All right, so keep the feet moving. We're going to finish up with a jog. So you can actually start with a walk, take it to a jog, then an all-out run, or you can start with your run, take it even faster, get the arms moving even more as you go, all right? And then we're going to alternate 2 exercises. We're going to, if you've got dumbbells, take it to some tricep presses for 1, and then we're going to work our shoulders for the last one. Finish up our arms, and then we're done. So keep doing your resting recovery move for about 6 more seconds, and then we're going to start our run. You can do a wide run. You can amp up by moving around. So let's start with just a jog or a march in place. So another way to amp it up when we're ready is to move around with it, which we'll look at. I like to offer lots of options so everybody can find something that works for them. We all find what works for ourselves. So still at that steady or marching pace. So remember, you can speed up the pace, speed up the arms, or move around with it. In 5 seconds, we're going to kick it up, whatever way you want to kick it up. Here we go. So bigger arms. Again, moving around adds some dimension. Think about sprinting in these last 15 seconds, which we're about up to right here. So try to sprint these last few seconds. I'm trying not to make too much noise on my floor. All right, resting move. Finding the dumbbells if we want to use them for our triceps. Now, if you really want to, add some squats to these triceps, get some arms moving. I tell you what, let's add some heels as well. Hips back, here we go. Lift the heels each time they press back. Get us some leg work. Add another dimension to that by lifting the toes as you come in. Get every bit of our ankle worked. Breathe. Only about halfway through this. Let's also be aware of our shoulders are coming up to bring them down. Stay balanced, it's tough. So in 10 seconds, we're gonna set the dumbbells down and go back to our steady run or march. Shoulders down, almost there. All right, let's set that stuff down, back to that steady march. Or jog or run, depending on the intensity that you are personally working at today. Stay steady. Almost ready. So think about how you're going to kick it up a notch this time. Try something different than you did before, maybe. Get ready. Here we go. Something a little more than before. And like I said, I like to sprint the last 15 seconds. So get ready. Here we go. Stay tall though. I have a tendency to lean over when I do this. Let's stay up. We'll get our 15-second rest in 3 seconds. Okay. Whew. So now we're going to finish up with some shoulder work. Rotator cuff, full movement. We're also going to plant our feet. Since our arms are going to be moving, we don't need to move them so much. Lock them in place. Here we go. Think about drawing the shoulders down as the hands come up. You can still add a little bit of movement here if you want. So let's do a quick check when our arms come down that our shoulder blades are still locked in place. And again, bring the shoulders down as the hands come up. We want to think about bringing the shoulders away from our ears. That way we're feeling this in the shoulders, but we're also feeling this behind the shoulder blades. We are going to walk around a little bit when we finish this, because I notice my heart rate is still up a little bit. I want to go ahead and cool down and rest. So walk around with big swinging arms. We're going to do a few stretches while we walk as well, as a way to maximize our time efficiency. So let's go ahead and take one arm up and press it back, stretching through those triceps. Remember, you can pull around from behind. And we're going to keep moving our feet as long as we need to for our heart rate to come back down. We'll know when we're able to talk a little more clearly, we're not breathing as heavy, and hopefully get back to breathing through our nose. Now let's come back to our spot. We will keep moving with our stretches for now as part of our cool down. Let's give ourselves a big hug and lunge side to side. Starting to hold for a few seconds. Switching the top arm. Really thinking about drawing the shoulder blades open. Let's come back to the center, reaching our hands back to clasp and open our chest. Coming halfway forward, we want to keep our head above our heart for now. Pushing our tailbone back, pulling our hands back, crown of our head forward. Now let's come back up. We're going to lunge over to one side. Let's drop our head as well, pushing one hand down. And switch sides. So remember, there are some other videos for deeper stretches that you are welcome to look at to really stretch out after this. And let's come forward again, maybe a little further. and lifting up. Let's take it to a lunge. We're going to push back or forward through the hips, opening up this hip. Let's take our other arm and add a little side bend. Switch sides. Let's come back up, switch the front leg, push through the heel, hips forward, and again, side bend one way, side bend the other. And we're going to finish off with a little bit of balance. Our figure 4 stretch. Oops, maybe we won't balance. Let's take it to the other side. And as always, I want to thank you for joining me today, helping me out in any way you can. Let's bring it up, 2 big breaths. And I will see you next time.